So, is the LA Rams season already in deep, deep trouble? Let's talk about it because I think that may just be the case. So, apparently, their QB1, Matt Stafford, is dealing with an aggravated disc in his back, and he is reportedly hopeful for week one. Now, that's definitely not the news you want your older quarterback to be having, especially before he's even taken a snap in this season. Now, Stafford is currently 37, but he absolutely has a long, long injury history. And the thing about this injury, man, it's not like a pulled hamstring or, you know, maybe he twisted his ankle, somebody stepped on his foot or something. It's the back, man. Back injuries are no joke. They're very serious, and with an aggravated disc in his back, yeah, hypothetically, if he gets perfect treatments from now until week one, so essentially 30 days, yeah, there is a possibility that it could fully heal. Anything is possible technically, but I feel like it's pretty safe to assume that this aggravated disc is going to bug him for the entire duration of this season. So yeah, man, a lot of people were very high on the Rams going into this year, especially with how they ended their season in 2024. Almost beat the Eagles on the road, which of course they were the Super Bowl champions a year ago. And not only that, but they added Devontae Adams, which I just think is a perfect pair for Puka Nakua. But, you know, we'll see how much time Matt Stafford really misses, and we will see if this affects him throughout the 2025 campaign. Who knows, man? Like I said, maybe this will just be a nothing burger and everything will be okay. But if I had to bet money, I would say he's probably going to miss a fair amount of time this upcoming season, because it's not like he's 24 or 28. He's 37 years old. And like I just mentioned, back injuries are no joke. They're really not. And I'm not sure if Sean McVay and Les Snead are having buyer's remorse right now, because this past offseason there was a lot of talk of Matt Stafford potentially getting traded and the Rams just finding a new quarterback. So definitely not the start they are hoping for. You let me know if you think this story is going to matter and if it's going to carry on this season, or do you think he's just going to shake it off some way, somehow by week 2, week 3? Let me know in the comments below. Now, for the other QBs currently on the Rams roster, they currently have Jimmy G, Stetson Bennett, and Dresser Wynn. Now, Jimmy G is expected to be the QB2 and to take over for Matt Stafford if he does miss time in the regular season. Listen, man, Jimmy G was once a pretty solid quarterback with Kyle Shanahan, but he suffered a lot of leg injuries specifically, and year after year he's slowly deteriorated as a quarterback, and the last time he started was with the Las Vegas Raiders, and I gotta be honest, I like Jimmy G. I always have, but he looked like a complete bum with the Raiders. And he had Devontae Adams on that offense. So it's not like he had nothing to work with, and he still looked pretty awful. Like I said, if you're a Rams fan, I think your expectations definitely have to be cooled down quite significantly, which is pretty disappointing, man, because injuries suck, and it would have been cool to see a fully healthy Matt Stafford for this season, because odds are it's probably going to be his last go, at least with the LA Rams. But at the same time, you never know. Jimmy G might look a little bit better than what he was with the Raiders, only because Sean McVay is such an elite offensive-minded guy. So there is hope for that. Plus, overall, of course, the Rams have a completely better roster than anything the Raiders have produced over the last, 20 years. So he has that working for him as well. And if I'm the Rams front office, I would definitely probably look into acquiring another quarterback potentially. I was a really big advocate that the Rams should have drafted Shador Sanders. I know Shador probably isn't going to be anything in this league, but when your QB1 is essentially, has an unknown status for this entire season, I feel like you kind of got to throw things at the wall until they actually get like a number one guy in the future via the draft or a trade. So don't be shocked if the Rams try to make a move here eventually if that back injury is really serious for Matt Stafford, because going into a season with just like Jimmy G and Stetson Bennett, I don't know. I think that's kind of crazy to me. And the Rams are a very aggressive franchise. They've been that way for a hot minute now. So maybe Shador Sanders, maybe Kirk Cousins, maybe Trey Lance. You never know. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. As for the Rams' schedule in the month of September, Week 1 at home against the Houston Texans, Week 2 at Tennessee, Week 3 at Philly, and then at home versus the Colts. So 2 hard games and 2 super soft games. So I don't know, man. I feel like if the Rams can go 2-2 in that stretch, probably without Stafford, I feel like that's a win. We'll see how the NFC West fares this season. I know there's a lot of pressure on the Niners and how soft their schedule is and whatnot, but I'm still pretty skeptical about that team just as a whole, with Christian McCaffrey's health and Brock Purdy as a quarterback and that entire wide receiver room. I know that defense will be better, but I don't think the Niners are a slam dunk to do anything this season. But I gotta be honest, with how easy their schedule is and with this Matt Stafford news, who knows, maybe it could just be their year to have a huge bounce back, to be honest. So if you're a Niners fan, you gotta be pretty happy about this news. And for the Seattle Seahawks, man, Sam Darnold, I feel like he's just gonna be like a slight upgrade over Geno Smith. That defense is probably gonna be better with year 2 under McDonald. Can they make the playoffs? They should. They really should. But it's all on Sam Darnold and that offense. We'll see. Not super hopeful, even though I like that roster a lot. I'm just not a big Sam Darnold guy. And for the Cardinals, I just feel like they'll be what they've been the last couple of years. A frisky team to kind of start the first half of the season, and then they'll eventually start to choke away and not play good football anymore. So yeah, man, let me know in the comments below if you think the Rams season is already over before it began. And if Matt Stafford misses a bunch of time, do you still think they can make the playoffs or win the NFC West? As far as winning the NFC West, if Matt Stafford misses a lot of time, I don't think it's possible. I really don't. But maybe they could sneak into the playoffs if he's out for a while. I don't know. Definitely a bummer of a headline when I saw it, but it is what it is. When you sign a 37-year-old quarterback to a 2-year, $84 million contract extension, I guess that's kind of on them. So let me know what you think down below. If you made this far, please subscribe and like the vid. It'd help out your boy a ton. That's all I got for right now. Peace.